Oh, okay. Somebody's, hold on a second. Somebody's walking that damn dog without a leash. I hate. But anyway, I just noticed that as I came onto the live. And he's an old guy too, so he cannot. And let me show you. So, y'all see him? Hold on a minute. Nope, there he is. But anyway, it's your man Rico. And I mean to get to this topic. It's got a couple more topics I want to just share my thoughts on, opinions on. So I'm going to do them one at a time whenever I have time to do it. So I guess I got a couple of minutes to talk about this hot topic that's been going on all week. I guess it's my turn to, as they say, weigh in on it, right? So the title of this this YouTube opinion I'm about to share on this, I guess it's March 2nd, 2023. It's entitled, A Win for the Corny Guys. Shout out to Michael B. Jordan. And I'm alluding to what happened on the red carpet of his premiere of the movie Creed 3. And I plan to go see it. I like Michael B. Jordan. I enjoy the Creed movies. I think they're awesome, and I think this was the way this looks. And I think the way this one looks, it's going to be just as awesome. And Michael B. Jordan is directing this Creed. It's almost as if Adonis Creed is going to be on his own. It's all about the Creed legacy, Adonis Creed, and henceforth. And so I look forward to checking the movie out in the theaters. But anyway, this is not going to take long. But Michael B. Jordan was on the red carpet of his premiere, his directorial debut of Creed 3. And this reporter, woman, L'Oreal, because I did a little research to find out. But when I heard her voice, I knew who it was already, because if y'all ever listened to the show with Head Crack, who used to be with Ricky Smiley, he has a morning show that replaced the Ricky Smiley morning show as it relates to the hip hop end of it, before Ricky went over to contemporary urban slot, well, Tom Joyner's old slot. Head Crack took over Ricky Smiley's old rap or hip hop slots across the country. And it's Head Crack, L'Oreal, and some other woman. I hadn't seen her face, but I knew when I heard her voice, good morning, yes, going on, what's good? I'm like, my God. The woman with that voice cannot really be a looker. And so when I finally got to see her face, I said, I knew it, because that voice is too atrocious to be connected to a woman of any kind of attractiveness. Now, she's taking some glam shots on Instagram, trying to make herself look all right, but nah. And so on the red carpet, when this L'Oreal chick who tried to force the baby on the show to apologize to LGBT. He needs to apologize to the LGBT. That wasn't good enough. Yeah, oh yeah. I could stomach a few minutes of that morning show with Head Crack. Now, if it was just Head Crack and maybe that gorgeous Portia Williams from the Real House Heifers of Atlanta, I could probably listen to it. I love when Portia was on the Ricky Smiley show. The choice of women that he has on that show now, blah. So shout out to Portia Williams, her fine self. And her close best friend, that little chocolate, gorgeous friend of hers too. I remember her name. But anyway, so she stops Michael B. Jordan, this L'Oreal, ugly chick. She said, yes, this is Michael B. Jordan. You know, we went to school together in Newark. And so Michael said, yeah. And when she named the school, y'all go check out the video. And what I loved about it is Michael B. Jordan has always been a classy dude. He's always been just an above board brother. He's always purported himself as an intelligent, decent young man. He's 35 years old now, but I mean from the beginning. Michael B. Jordan, his image has always been that of cool, calm, and collected. And then, and he was the same way when this atrocious female. Yeah, we went to school together. They'll try to get some clout off of, now that he's this famous director, famous movie actor, now director, calling shots. You know. And so he said, yeah, the corny kid, right? Remember the corny kid? Oh no, that was misquoted. And so wonderful folks on the internet went back and found an audio of her and a co-host on that little podcast, Beauty and the Bully and the Beast or something foolishness. Because she has a podcast too, outside of the radio show with Head Crack. And with a couple other undesirables. And so, and so he's like, yeah, the corner guy said, no, it's misquoted. And so anyway, so he said, no, I heard you. I said, way to go, Michael B. Way to calmly and with a classy approach check this broad. Wait. So she went on, and he's a lot better than you and me, let me tell you. Because after I checked, I would have walked away from the microphone. Bitch, interview the air. No, I'm the corny guy, remember? And so, shout out to Michael B. Jordan for handling that very well. You did better than me. You know, because it's just time out for that. And so, that whole thing with Michael B. Jordan and this unattractive woman, and then had that let me start over. She had that sideshow bob hair, that blonde weirdness that light-skinned and biracial chicks like to wear, and hell, dark-skinned black women wear that crap too. And she had the nerve to present herself. Now, wait a minute now. Michael B. Jordan is 35, but he looks 25. This broad, if she went to school with him, that means that she's 35, but looks 45. You know, and other stuff started coming out about it, but who cares? All I know is her behavior is atrocious. And I can believe what she said. No, we were not, I didn't call you corny. Then instead of just humbling herself, just saying, you know what? If I did say that or anybody around me said that, I apologize, Michael. Now, I was a kid. However, I should have known that my words hurt people, and I joined other group of kids who were also making fun of you. Because she went on to say, she didn't say any of that. What I just said, she said, well, you know, no, we were just like making fun of the name Michael Jordan. He's no Michael Jordan. Then she said, he used to walk around with these stupid headshots. Did you hear her? Stupid headshot, meaning in high school or middle school, that young fella knew what he wanted to be. So doesn't every person who wants to break out in Hollywood or in modeling keep a portfolio of headshots? Isn't that a requirement? But he knew as a kid, let me keep some headshots with all my stuff, so just in case. So they made fun of that. They made fun of a young man having vision, understanding what he wanted to be when he grew up. And so, even if you didn't call him corny, L'Oreal, you signed off on it. You thought it was okay. You laughed. You thought it was, and then you thought it was okay. You and others thought it was okay to make fun of his name, Michael B. Jordan or Michael Jordan. So what? Y'all act as if it's only a black athlete can be named Michael Jordan? There's plenty of people. Just so happened his name was Michael Jordan. Michael B. Jordan. And it's okay. We know the difference. So I guess you want credit or a pass for being teenagers, but but you said, yeah, we were making fun of his name. He had those stupid headshots, like, wow. And she said this now in present time. It lets you know she was not apologetic. Then as Michael walked off, he did the interview and said, okay, and she gonna tell him, let you know she's a lying broad. Well, you're not corny anymore. Bitch, what's wrong with these people? No accountability. And I know people around the country and African-American women around the world hate hate to hear us continue to say this, but it's almost as if it's an allergic reaction to accountability. She wouldn't even humble herself with the brother. He was very kind enough to use his star power to stand there and actually interview with her. Because she's not like she's a big fish, she's a guppy. But she was trying to, he went on and gave her a little shine. Even with that, well, you're not corny anymore. You retarded. Oh, God. And y'all wondering, anyway, I'm not going to go there. But what I want to do is let's take it somewhere else, right? It goes into so-called corny brothers. And it's interesting. Now, her so-called friend, I guess Dominique the Diva, or Dominique the Dumbass, or Dominique the Doofus, Dominique the Doughboy, whatever that broad's name was, she's going to put out a very nasty tweet, I guess, in defense of L'Oreal the Clown. No, it wasn't her that said it, I said it, but still, even though if you said it, Dominique the Dumbass, she still thought it was cool. She didn't check you and say, no, he's not corny. And then you tried to come out and name Dominique the Dumbass, came out and said, Nick Cannon is corny, Russell Wilson. You start attacking other men who don't even bother you, who don't even pick women like you. And I think it's just jealousy now, because y'all might have thought of them as corny, but y'all didn't know that they're gonna grow up to be awesome men. Awesome. I don't appreciate Nick Cannon's reproductive choices. It's stupid. But what the hell did he have to do with your conversation with your so-called friend in the Michael B. Jordan situation? It lets you know what you think about all black men, or most black men who obey the law. Black men who don't have criminal records. Black men who try to purport themselves as decent and kind and intelligent and respectful and dignified. You're one of those many African-American women who, when they were in high school, y'all passed up the so-called brother who I guess wasn't speaking the not the king's, but the peasants' slang. Not the king's English, but the peasants' slang. And it was your choice when you were 16 and 17. It was your choice. And so Michael B. Jordan and other brothers who were considered corny back in high school, they went to a population of women who were smiling at them and thought they were pretty cool. And so now here's the other part that let you know is very telling about a lot of terrible women like this Dominique the Dumbass. Well, he went to Lori Harvey, but we ain't forgot that he liked white women and all that. So what? Let me tell y'all something. No one promotes black love harder than I do. I want to see black men with black women, but not by any means necessary. See, if Dominique the Diva and L'Oreal were decent human beings, let alone feminine, fit, inspirational women, they would have them a Michael Jordan. They would have them a Russell Wilson. They would have them one of those type of brothers. But I want to know this. Who in the hell is dating anybody out of Newark, New Jersey? It's just like, y'all got these old rough-ass broads in Newark, and I'm sure there's a lot of sweet women, but, if a woman I meet in her home city is referred to as Brick City, oh, no. Whew. And it's not a diss to Newark, but, we've heard about all the issues that go on in Newark, New Jersey. And shout out to Queen Latifah, by the way. Man. Woo-wee. And who's that, Naughty by Nature and all those folks, man, that damn Newark, New Jersey. And I'm just saying, hell, the women in New York. Unless they were raised in the suburbs, but they come out of Brooklyn and all of that. Shoot, that's some rough broads. And so L'Oreal and Dominique the Dumbass are two of those rough broads out of Newark. I don't know what Dominique is from, about L'Oreal is. Well, we're from New York, Newark, New Jersey. And so, and also, can we juxtapose, or can we put in the same category as corny brothers? Can we also say the black men was labeled as nerds because they had high grades? They were may have been a little socially awkward. But these are the young men who are now today's IT experts. College professors, deans, college deans, engineers. They're in these particular places. And a lot of them have women of other nationalities. Because what you can't do is You can't attack these men when they're young, you know, during the age where men want this attention. Young men want attention from girls, the pretty girls and all of that. But then the pretty girls go for, you know, those who are of a peasant, uh, those who have I guess, a peasant status when they're young. You know, the little hooligan guys. And I'm not knocking the thugs, but ladies, you can't go through all the thugs and fill your spirit and your soul with thugs. Hold on a second. And then when you've gotten drunk off of thug passion, all of a sudden you get 35 years old and you got more mileage on it than a Michelin tire, and you can literally throw a hot dog down the hall when it comes to your coochie. Now you want a Michael B. Jordan. Now you want a Russell Wilson. Now you want these guys that you didn't think had swag or wasn't hood enough or didn't have enough tattoos, or he didn't have a baby mother, or you didn't see him in the back of a police car, or you didn't see him running away from the scene of a crime. No, you can't. Now at 35, after you've been ran through. So now your spirit is broken, your purity or any sense of morality has been shaken, your character is flawed. Now you want these decent brothers who were decent at 15 and 16, but you didn't want them, which is fine, it's your choice. But who told you to label somebody corny though? No, you broads are corny. And so she want to bring up that Michael B. Jordan, now he dates white women. But you forget Dominique the dumbass. Janet Jackson dates white men. Tika Sumpter, both of us, Venus and Serena, Eve, they all got white men, but you're going to worry about what the brothers are doing. And all those women were lusted after and chased after by black men. Who's to say that these brothers that y'all talking about were even chased after by sisters? Because one thing about black men, whatever we think is fine, what we think is attractive, we try to get at. Sisters or not. But black women, when y'all teaching y'all little teenage girls, hell, when even I was a kid in the 80s, it's the same thing. It's nothing new. You go after the women go after the thugs when they're young. And so so none of those women that I named can say that black men wasn't checking for them, because that'll be a lie. But Michael B. Jordan said, hey, a lot of the sisters weren't checking for me. Russell Wilson said, well, now the sisters weren't checking for me. I believe them, because I've been black all my life. I've always grown up around black people. I've always had this keen sense of observing behavior. And so instead of him succumbing to the foolishness, he went on where his career took him. He went on to, you know, where women were smiling at him. And that's why I say to any black man, don't waste your time trying to, you know, curry favor with women who giving you a hard time. You go to the women who are smiling at you. You go to where they're smiling at you, who, when you say, hello, my name is, they respond. You'd have to come up with some kind of, as they say in the 1970s, some kind of jive turkey punchline to, you got to do all this work because you're a decent guy, but the guy who ain't shit, all he got to do is text him, what you doing? And it's on. So those days are over, ladies. You can't dictate and penis police black men when they have money, when they have high status. You can't then say, hey, you need to go with a black woman. You can't do that. If y'all want black men, you need to stake ownership into them when they're young, when you're still young and fine. Don't try to stake ownership into a brother after he's made it, after he's become successful, after he's gained notoriety. No, it don't work like that. And see, L'Oreal and Dominique the dumbass, y'all need to pay attention to statistics. It says that African American women on average will only marry barely at 33%. White, Hispanic, and Asian women marry over 51%. Because they understand culturally, I see this guy at 15, I see him at 18. I'm finna go ahead and, I think I'm finna jump on board what this brother's talking about. But a lot of African American women, they are the prime example of L'Oreal and Dominique the dumbass. And by the way, while y'all so busy trying to call somebody corny, Instead of wasting your breath trying to call somebody corny, how about you spend more time in Planet Fitness or Lifetime Fitness? You know, never be the little fine chicks. I'm talking about they got so much rah-rah for men, they're supposed to not even be checking for. They don't even be good looking. They look around. Corny? I tell you what, why don't you stop eating the buttered corn? God damn it. Try some vegetables other than buttered corn. Maybe that's y'all damn problem. So, but anyway, I want to go to this little piece here, then I'm going to stop. You know, this is a question that I heard Tommy Sotomayor pose one time on one of his lives back in the day. He asked the question, where do black nerds go? Where do black nerds go? Hell, the men and the women. But I would say the black nerd females, they said, well, the guys ain't checking for the black female nerds. Well, thing is, y'all understand, the black female nerds don't want fellow nerd guys. They want the quarterback of the football team. They want all of that. So where do black nerds go? People who are labeled as corny, people who are labeled as no swag. Where they're supposed to go if you want them to remain members of the black community or the black race. And so you notice when you go to these high schools, middle schools, the kids who are considered socially awkward, well, you don't really see them hanging around with a lot of black folks, right? And even right now, you don't. They're hanging out with some Asians who are into anime and all kinds of computer stuff. They're hanging out with, the nerdy Hispanic dudes, the nerdy white guys. And when they go off to college, not too many of them pick HBCUs because they understand, the isolation. So they probably believe that if they go to HBCU, it'll be more isolation. So they go to the PWIs. See, a lot of power is wielded by young women. But unfortunately, they don't have parents to teach them their power. So therefore, they use a lot of their power when they're young and fine and tight and tender and succulent. They use it for bad. Then when their powers are waning, they all 34, 35, 38, 39, 40, all of a sudden they want to try to wave a wand that lost its star a long time ago. And they're not attracting the guys they think they should attract at 35 and 40. Nobody wants no washed up, has been, wrinkled up grocery bag, sagging, wet tissue. Nobody wants that. So, we're going to have to do better in our race we're always talking about inclusion, but how come inclusion in our race never talks about the black nerd? The brother with no swag, or the corny brother. That's the inclusion black people need to be worried about. Not no damn trans and LGBT and all that other crap. We need to learn to include our geniuses. Because those are the black folks that grow up to do wonderful things intellectually and as relates to experimentation and engineering and all of these things. But we don't include them. So can we let 2023 become the year of inclusion when it comes to our people? We need to include the black nerds. Stop attacking the corny guys. Matter of fact, if you're a decent mother and a decent father, you need to be trying to push your daughter on the corny dude. But but I digress. I just want to share that. Y'all be cool. Hey, before you go, y'all check out the description box. It talks about a short story that I wrote. It's called The Greatest Pain Ever Felt. Conversation with the absent biological father who dared to be found. It's only $10. Just hit me up on the Cash App. The Cash App information is in the description box. $ Rico the Opinionist or PayPal. But I tend to answer the Cash App more. And if you decide to hit me up on the Cash App, now this short story is in PDF format. So that means if you send me an email address and with your payment, I can send it to you right away. So until next time, y'all share, like, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. A guy with some kind of different opinions is on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.